So children, I welcome you all my third video, and in this video we'll again discuss about one of the topics of writing skills, the big stumper, the big mystery, I should say, that is summary writing. We have often a lot of confusion about what should we write in summary writing. One thing you remember, one thing you bear in your mind, that whatever you write in summary writing you will get anyhow 2 marks. But it's not about scoring 2 marks. It's about the struggle between scoring 3 to 5 marks. And to score 5 out of 5 marks, we have to be particular about many things. And these things we are going to discuss here. Whether that is lower English or higher English, your summary writing goes for 5 marks. You have 5 marks on summary writing and 12 minutes are allotted for writing summary. Approximately, you should write your summary in 12 minutes. And first we'll see the mark distribution. Further, we'll see rest of the things, rest of the particularities about this very topic. Here we see first catchy title. I told you in my last video also the importance of catchy title. How should your title be? And today also I will elaborate this very thing properly before you, that how should your title be. Remember that if you do not write your title, you then and there lose your first mark. Second, word limit. Stick to word limit. And that also I will elaborate further, that how to maintain your word limit. Because see, it's not like writing essay. It's not like writing story. In essay writing, if you cross a word limit, that hardly matters. That will not cause you any harm. Because essay means attempt. Essay means try. So you can go on trying in essay writing. And thanks God we do not have essay writing in your examination. So we will not discuss about that topic right now. But in summary writing, summary means you have to concise, you have to reduce the very matter without changing its meaning. So in summary writing, word limit matters a lot. You have to stick to word limit. Barely 2 or 3 words here or there can be accepted, but you cannot say you can write not many words. You can exceed wildly your word limit. That will not go in your favor. So remember that word limit is equally important criterion. Then single paragraph. This is often a confusion in students' mind. How many paragraphs should be made in summary writing? Remember children, your summary should be written in 1 paragraph only, not in block writing pattern, in paragraph format. How so many paragraphs might be there in original text, but your summary should be in 1 paragraph only. Then last but not the least, always, whenever you are dealing anything in English, the thing is that vocabulary and grammar carries 2 marks. If you are not rich with vocabulary, you cannot express yourself properly. And if you cannot express yourself properly, you will not awarded marks generously. So remember that vocabulary, suitable use of words should be done there, and grammar. Please do not commit mistake in grammar. Be very much sure. Ensure whatever you have written is grammatically absolutely correct. Because if you commit any mistake in grammar, so definitely you cannot claim for 5 out of 5 marks. See children, our quest is to score 5 out of 5 marks in summary writing. Also, now we will see the format of summary writing. Let's go ahead. To reach any destination, we must know its map, address. And for writing every writing skill, you should know its layout, the map, the blueprint, where and what is to be written. Here we'll see, this is a layout, this is a format of summary writing, and we must strictly, religiously follow this. First, title. As I told you earlier also, title is very necessary. And I'll elaborate it. We'll discuss a lot about title writing also. How can your title be impressive? How can you score? How can this title help you scoring better marks in summary writing? That also I'll tell you. That carries a lot, no doubt. Then certainly there will not be any paragraph as such. There will be only one paragraph, not more than one paragraphs. So this paragraph should have a typical division. Although it is easy to say but very difficult to implement, but by practicing regularly the things can be done easily. First portion of your paragraph should contain facts collection. Whatever facts have been given, whatever information has been given in your original text, collect that entire information, concise it and place it first. Means that summary of entire passage should be placed first, at the most in 2 to 3 lines. Second thing is that conversion in your own words, as you can see here, conversion in your own words. See children, sometimes it becomes very difficult to concise any matter using the same expression, same sentences, same words from the original text. So you can use your words also to concise that matter. You have to shorten that matter, and to shorten that matter, you can write the things in your word also. Second, contract the theme or message. In each passage, whatever may be the content, there will be some message. End your summary with message, and that will give you very impressive end to your summary. I tell you, I don't want to blame it, but normally things are not read. The things like summary are not read that seriously. They count your words. See, I should not say it, but they often worried about the word limit. So remember that your last line of your summary should be impressive, and that should carry the theme of that passage. Although apparently these things appear little difficult to execute, but if you are practicing them regularly, they'll definitely benefit you, and you will be able to harness it and write your summary effectively and properly. So now children, we'll talk something about pragmatic part of this topic. Practical one, something between the lines. These things you will not find in any book, and these things are not normally mentioned anywhere. This is my outcome only, my theory, and often it is applicable and it fetches a result also properly. Here we see general guidelines you should follow while writing summary. So the first and primal criterion is title, that I'll talk about it later. Second, this is very important aspect. Remember children, this is something very important. How should we write summary? How many words should be there in summary writing? How many lines we should write? These are the often question asked with agitation by children. That, sir, how many lines, how many words should be there in summary? One trick I want to tell you. It is simply a trick. What do? Count all the words. Again, there will be a doubt how much time it will take to count words. Roughly speaking, in one line there are around 9 to 10 words. And if there are 20 lines, so how many it would be 190 or 200 words. Count the words. Entire words, this equation you always remember. The marrow, the nucleus of my teaching is that this equation. Remember that. If you follow this equation precisely, properly, you will score better marks. One thing I want to tell you children, that is something between the lines. Your summary is not often read by valuer, but don't be in that overconfidence. Follow all the things properly if you want to score 5 out of 5. Otherwise, 2 marks you will get anyhow on your summary. Whatever you write in your summary, you will get 2 marks. But when it comes to scoring 100% marks on any topic, that time you will have to be extra precautious. This equation you have to remember. Total words, whatever may be the words, suppose there are 200 words, divide them by 3. Total words, divide them by 3, and whatever may be the answer is your summary. Suppose there are 180 words in your original text. So count those 180 words by 3. So what is your answer? I think 60. My maths is not that good. I think it must be 60. So your summary should contain 60 words and have perfect measurement that your summary should not exceed 70 words. It should be something between 60 to 70. If you are exceeding, you cannot claim for 5 out of 5 marks. See, summary writing means you have to shorten the paragraph. Second, this third rubric, third guideline is also equally important. Avoid repetition of examples. There are often examples are given. Don't write examples, that is not necessary. Dates should be avoided if possible. Repetition of names. Instead of name, you can take pronoun also. Single paragraph, that I mentioned you earlier also. Your summary should be in single paragraph. Remember children, bear in your mind very properly, very sincerely, very obediently that if you fail to follow these guidelines, you cannot score better marks in your examination. Certainly on that topic. Single paragraph. Your summary should be written in one paragraph only. And that should be in paragraph pattern, not in block writing pattern. In last video, I told you what is block writing pattern. This should be in a paragraph writing pattern. Third, convert complex into simple sentences. I'll give you some examples of that. See, try to convert the sentences into simple sentence from complex sentence. I hope you know how to convert complex to simple. Clear? Like one sentence I gave you. As soon as I saw him, I rushed to grab him. One sentence. This is complex sentence. How will be it simple? On seeing him, I rushed to grab him. Somewhere the size of the sentence has been curtailed, shortened. And certainly the main motive of summary writing is to shorten it without changing its meaning. So prefer to convert complex sentence, these complex sentences into simple sentence. While converting complex sentence into simple sentence, automatically the size reduces. It becomes smaller. Third, word size matters. This is something behind a curtain role. Word size matters. See children, if your words are bigger, so size of your word is bigger, no? So that time, see that you don't write much. See, smaller size words are useful, very useful for scoring better marks in summary writing. If your word size is bigger one, so see that don't write much summary, don't include many things in that summary. But the word size of your writing is smaller one, then it is profitable for you. That matters somewhere. Because size here in summary writing, remember that size matters. Smaller size should be seen of your summary. That is a primal requirement of your summary writing. So this also matters. That you should keep in your mind. I am not asking you to reduce the size of your writing, of your word. That I am not asking you. You cannot change your writing pattern in 10th standard or in 12th standard at least. But that you keep in your mind. The size of my word is a bigger one. So I should not write much in summary. Because on seeing your size, you will be awarded suitable marks. First, they will see the size of your summary. That is the first impression. Then, suitable use of your own vocabulary and expression. I told you earlier also that you should have a stock of vocabulary. Proper vocabulary. You know that stationery is a word. But the one who sells commodities in that shop is called as stationer. New word? Might be new to you, but you should know the words. The more words you know, the more you can concise your expression properly. Remember, suitable use of your own vocabulary is necessary. It is not necessary in examination in summary writing that you should use the same words only. You can use your own vocabulary. You can use your own expressions to write summary writing. So these are the general guidelines and you will have to remember properly. Now children, I'll talk to you about very important aspect of this story writing. You know children, I give much importance to title. In my last video in story writing, there also I told you that title carries much importance. Often we go to movie to watch movie only on hearing or seeing its title. So write proper title, suitable title, impressive, enchanting title. Because on reading title often, the valuer may think to give you a point extra. Have work over it, work on it, labor over it, work out how you can write proper titles. Often this is neglected part. I have seen that often teachers are not asking children to work upon writing title, but I advise you, I asked you to work over it. Try to sculpt suitable, impressive title. Here are some titles, and particularly while writing title, your figures of speech will help you. And if your title is good, no, from that point you start getting marks. Otherwise, you can write any title. Anything from your original text can be taken, can be chosen as a title for your summary. Title is must, and it is not that if you write any title you lose or gain mark. But certainly it is very necessary to decorate your work, enthrall, bedeck your work. If you decorate your work, it invites excessive admiration, and something which is admired will certainly valuable also. So here, to make your summary writing valuable, pay attention, special attention to your title writing. Here you see children, I have written some catchy titles. Here you see One Man Standing. This title I had taken, actually I have taken from that match. The day before yesterday there was match between Punjab and Chennai, I think. They are the first batsman who scores maximum runs. So next day in a newspaper there was title One Man Standing. Here you see Silent Scream. You think over it. Everywhere these titles will not be applicable, but you can think over it. That Silent Scream. Oxymoron has been used. You know oxymoron, figures of speech. I will not talk about figures of speech. You know very well, and other teachers are just posting videos on that figures of speech. So I will not fall into the discussion of what is figures of speech and all. That we'll discuss later perhaps. Milkman Missing. See how catchy it appears. Alliteration has been used effectively here. Milkman Missing. M. Then third, MD Shars Runs. Hyperbole. Exaggeration. This is also a match, this is also a title for one cricket match where Mahendra Singh Dhoni played very well. He carried his bat throughout the match and he scores maximum runs. So here, MD Shars Runs, hyperbole, clear? And then Destiny Ducks Viru again, personification. Again, Virendra Sehwag out on 0. So it is called as duck in the term of sports and cricket. So here also Destiny Ducks Viru again. See the title. And the last one, and my favorite, Bullet Controls Bulletin. It's irony and paradox. I hope you will certainly extract meaning of this title, but this is very good title. Bullet Controls Bulletin. Rich conceived meaning is there in this title. And if your title is something like that, certainly your valuer will be highly impressed and he'll be liberal and generous to award you marks. So write proper titles, children. You know, children, the main intention of any writing skill is not to change its original meaning. As far as summary is concerned, there also you are expected to reduce the size of original text without changing its meaning. And while we are reducing, it's quite risky work. Often reduction causes diversion in the original meaning. Here are some examples how the things can be concise, the things can be reduced. Now here we see, here is one sentence. He was very young when his mother died. The meaning of that sentence, you must have got it. The same sentence can be written like this also. His mother died at his young age. See, the size has been reduced. Look at the size of this sentence and look at the size of this sentence. The meaning remains same. Not a single difference is there in the meaning of these two sentences. Here also, if you do not give us support, we cannot accomplish the assignment in time. See the length of this sentence. If you do not give us your support, we cannot accomplish the assignment in time. This is sentence. Now this sentence has been reduced to this size. Without your support, the task remains incomplete. Instead of assignment, I have replaced the word. Not much variation is there between these two words. Either you call it task or you call it assignment, that goes for same thing. The meaning remains same. Little replacement has been done. Now here we see the third sentence also. We cannot survive if we do not get pure oxygen. We cannot survive if we do not get pure oxygen. Now here we see, instead of writing that, I have simply written this much. We die without oxygen. Even you need not mention here pure oxygen. Certainly, pure oxygen is only needed. I did not do much compromise with the meaning of the original text, but certain words are erased, deleted, and some new words have been replaced. The new words have been brought into the use here. Here we see, there is nothing like die. This word was not there in the original sentence. I use it. I use my own vocabulary. I use my own expression. That is what I want to tell you, children, that summary writing can be very elusive topic. Here you will have to be very careful about its size only. And remember all the guidelines I told you. And above all, the most important thing is that equation. Total number of words divided by 3 is equal to summary. That you always remember. I hope you understood many things about how to write summary. And one thing is that you must practice it. Practice makes man perfect, that you know very well. Only knowing is not sufficient. Summary writing is a topic where the more you practice, the more you perfect. So I hope you enjoyed my video and you studied and understood also many things. And next time, whenever you are writing summary writing, so remember the guidelines which I have given you, and I hope you will score 5 out of 5 marks on this topic. So children, stay home, stay safe. Thank you very much.